Hello, everybody. I am hoping that you all can hear me good. So if you hop on and you hear me, then please message in and let me know that you can hear me. Hello. Yay, you can hear me. That's good to know. Okay, so I am just going to jump in because it's a little after 1, and hopefully everybody is joining in the next few minutes. So I just want to start by saying, hi, Brenda. Hi, Kat. Hi, Tina. Hi, Debbie. If you are on and you're watching this and you can't chat in, it's because you're either on a tablet or a phone. So if you're on a tablet or a phone, you're probably not going to be able to chat in. But if you're on the computer, you can. Hi, Roberta. And I want to just welcome everybody to our April Loves to Stamp. Loves to Stamp. That's the other group I'm part of. Our April Lovely Stampers meeting. I'm so excited that you're here. And I opened this up to the public so that everybody could see kind of how our team meetings work and what we do, and just let them see an inside look at our team meetings. So before I start, I just want to say, if you're interested in joining Stampin' Up, we would love to have you on our team. And you could join under me, or you could join under one of my lovely team members. If you go over to my website at loveandstampin.com, there's a list there on my blog post today of team members that you could join under. If you didn't want to join under me, that's totally fine. And hi, Kathy. And so we would love to have you join no matter who it's under, because we're just a big, happy family. So if you join under anybody on my team, you'll be on my team anyway. So it kind of works out. Okay, so what we do on these calls or on these video events is we just do a fun make and take. I give away a couple prize patrols, and we just kind of chit chat about things going on. So people chat into me and I answer questions, or they message to each other, and it's just a way for us to connect, because most of my team is spread across the United States. So the only way for us to really get together is to do it online like this, and it just works great for us. We really like it. So the team make and take is this kit, and it actually makes this cute little box. This was the make and take for Founders Circle last year, and sadly I achieved Founders Circle, but I was not able to attend the event because we had wildfires near our home, and I was housing a family, and so all of that happened right when I was supposed to go on my trip to St. George, Utah. So I missed out on the trip, but Stampin' Up! Was super awesome, and they sent me a box full of all the gifts that I would have gotten if I attended, plus the little make and take packets. And so I thought that was super sweet. And I just got around to putting this together, and I just love it. I think it's so adorable. So this is the team make and take for the month. And I cut everybody's kits like this who wanted one. I do charge $5 for the make and takes for my team, just because it costs money for me to ship them. And like this one costs a little more because I had to put it in a bigger envelope, and I put a little bit of cardboard in with it so it doesn't get all wrinkled up. And so they just purchase them for $5, and then they can get a make and take. Because I also find that when you, if I were to just give them away, I would have a lot of people signing up for them and then not actually making them. And I can't afford, my rule on my team is if I can't afford to send everybody on my team the same thing for free, then I can't do it for everybody, right? So I just wouldn't be able to afford to do that every month. So that's why I charge the $5. And they get this cool make and take every month, whichever, you know, and if they don't want to participate that month, they don't have to. Or some months, like I had one gal say, I think it was you, Kathy, she has all these products. So I'm like, perfect. So you can just make it yourself. You don't need my kit. But if you don't have all the products on hand, then you might need my kit. Okay, so you have a piece of 9x9 craft paper here. And we're going to be using the gift box punch board. This is a great punch board for making boxes. It makes all kinds of different size boxes. They're mostly pretty small. I think the biggest box is a 4x4x4. And all of the instructions that you need to follow are actually on the board itself. So that's super handy. And that's one of the things that I love about all the punch boards is that the instructions are right on the front. So we're going to make a 4x4x1 and it's 1 3/4 inch box. So the paper size needs to be 9x9. Our start line is extra large and the diagonal line we're going to use is the small. So basically you're going to line your paper up with the XL start line, and see it says start line right here. So we're lining it up with the XL start line, and then I'm going to score this way, and I'm going to score down, and I'm going to score at a diagonal, and I'm going to punch while I'm there. Then I'm going to turn the paper 90 degrees, and I'm going to line it up again at the extra large, and I'm going to score down and across, so horizontal and vertical, and then diagonal, and punch, and again 90 degrees, and down, and across, and diagonal at the small. You see I'm choosing the small, like it said to do, and then one more time. So you have to do this on all 4 sides to make your box. And it is a little bit hard to find the groove when you have thicker paper, but it's not too bad. Okay, so then I need to punch out these little slits here. I don't know if you can see that. It made like, I really want you to see, it makes like a little triangle. Do you see that triangle? So I need to punch that little triangle out. So you just line it up. You can see the score lines are in here, and then you punch. And so I need to do that on all 4 sides. Did I get that punched? Yeah, I did. And then you need to go in and make your notches for the back, excuse me, the top of your box. So we're going to slip each point in the back like this, and it just it rounds and notches out your points so that your box will go together nicely. And I'll show you that when I'm done with this part. Stampin' Up! Sells this 12x12 cardstock, craft cardstock. It is in the annual catalog. And we were just talking on our team this morning about how the new catalog is coming out soon. And we are going to have a retiring list come out on Monday. So make sure you're watching our blogs for that information, because everybody's gonna be posting and emailing about that, and so that'll be exciting if you're not a demonstrator and you didn't already know about all that and you're tuned in here today. Okay, and my team, like I said, is on this call, and if there's anybody on the video that's not on my team, please feel free to chat in and ask questions, and my team members can answer them for you. Okay, so I've just folded this on all the score lines, and so these little weird corner pieces, you just push in and pinch. That's it. So they just end up pinching in like this. to make your box. So I'm going to go around and pinch all those in. Okay, now we'll put the box together. So here's the trick. You kind of go to the side and slide these in like this. Then you're going to take these ones on the outside, and to get them together, you're going to kind of twist the whole box. So you slide them, and then you slide them in. If that, I hope that makes sense the way I just did that. Okay, I've pushed something in here on accident. Whoops. Okay, so there's my box, and it fits. I mean, you could fit a lot of cute little things in here. And then I have a piece of, oh my goodness, my brain just left me. What is this called, team? Somebody on my team will know what this is called. Birthday bouquet? Is that right? Birthday bouquet designer series paper. So this piece is cut at 12 inches by, I think it's 2 inches. So you could get 6 of these pieces out of one 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. And so I'm going to use my fast fuse on one end. And I'm going to wrap this right over the top of this box closure so that you don't see the closure. And I'm going to adhere it like that. And then this piece will get adhered over here. Now I'm not going to do that because once I adhere it like that, then I can't put anything in the box. So your other option would be, if you can see it just barely meets up, if you can get it tight enough that you can adhere this piece to this piece, then you could just do this as a belly band. But I did not find luck with that. So what I did instead is I put adhesive here and I adhered this down. And so it doesn't slide off and on. So that is kind of a bummer because you have to actually tear this part to get it back open. But who cares? I mean, it's a present, right? That's the idea. Okay, so we are going to just, I'm going to hold this down, and then I'm going to take the Blushing Bride sequins, which are beautiful. I love these sequins. And we're just kind of wrapping them twice and overlapping them here. And I opted not to tie these together. What I did is I just used my clothespin and clothespinned all of it together like that and held it until I finished. Yes, you could. Thank you, Carrie. Carrie just shared. Carrie Versman is a friend of mine, Vermizon, I think I'm saying it right. And she's actually in our Loves to Stamp group, which is my parent group, basically, that I'm part of. So yes, you could do that to extend it and make that piece of DSP last. Okay, so then we're going to do our stamping. So all I've done is I've clothespinned the sequins on here so that they won't let go. And they've been wrapped twice. And then I have my other stuff here. So I'm using Mint Macaron ink. And then I have the Birthday Bloom stamp set. And this was the very first brand new stamp set that I got out of the new catalog. I got this back in September, and this was from the Occasions catalog, and I got it because of the Founder Circle. So this was one of the new stamp sets that they gave us at Founder Circle last year. So I've had this stamp set for a long time. And I have not used it as much as I should because it's a really cute stamp set. So I'm using the Dear Friend Sentiment. And I'm just going to stamp it down at the bottom of my tag. And this is from the Note Tag Punch. And then this stamp set also has these cute little dots. So I'm going to use the little dots to just kind of, I'm actually going to cheat here and stamp off on the back of this DSP so I don't have to get up and go get another scrap paper because I don't have one handy. And I'm just kind of randomly stamping these dots around. Then I'm going to cut out this little ice cream cone. So everybody's kit included an ice cream, a little scrap that has different color ice cream cones. So you could use any of the ice cream cones that you wanted to. And I refer to this as fussy cutting. And fussy cutting is a term actually most often used by quilters, but it's basically just anytime you're hand cutting something out, that's called fussy cutting. So I really like the ice cream cone that has sprinkles on it. I think that's fun. And so I'm just gonna go around the edge, and I'm trying to actually leave a little bit of a white edge around the whole ice cream cone because I kind of like the way that looks on this particular project. And then we're going to pop it up using a Stampin' Dimensional. So when I need a Stampin' Dimensional to be smaller than it actually comes, I simply cut them in half. And that works great. So I just cut the one in half, and I'm going to peel off the release paper there and stick my ice cream cone right there. So then the only other thing I need to do is clip it to my box. Maybe not cover up my ice cream cone there. There we go. And then I have my pretty sequins and this beautiful, is it birthday bouquet paper? And this. So this is my other one. Oh, I forgot this part. Ha! It also came with baker's twine. So you just take the baker's twine and tie a bow around your clothespin. And you can do that. I'll show you how I do it. So I take the clothespin and I run my baker's twine up underneath like that. So it's like clamped on. And then I tie my bow. I'm not going to tie the bow because when you tie a bow on film, I don't know if you guys know this, but something happens to you where you become incapable of tying bows and your hands start fumbling all over the place and you drop everything and it's just like this big catastrophe. It's a curse. It's a curse of tying the bow on film. It happens to me every single time. So yeah, I just do it like that and then I tie the bow. So then you end up with this cute little topper. It's the truth, Debbie. I only speak the truth to you. Okay, so I'm reading your guys' comments. No, Debbie, Tina's right. We won't know if this stamp set carries over. I'm going to make a guess. So my guess is that it won't. The reason I'm guessing that it won't, I could be wrong, but the only reason I'm guessing that it won't carry over is because it doesn't have matching framelits or punches. And those seem to be the sets that carry over, is stuff that has a punch or a framelit that goes with it. But I could be wrong. Y'all better buy this set by May 31st or sooner if you want it. Oh, good. Thank you, Heidi. So this paper is the Birthday Bouquet Designer Series paper. I thought so. I couldn't remember. Okay, so this morning we had a Business Boosters call, and it was just a really quick 25-minute call about Stampin' Up's retiring list that's coming out next week, and about some of the things you can do for a new catalog launch, basically. And so we talked about that this morning on our Business Boosters call, and I posted it on our Facebook group, and I posted the recording of the call on our Facebook group. And then I asked people in the Facebook group to comment, and that I would give away a prize to somebody who commented. So I'm going to go to our Facebook group right now, and I'm going to randomly choose a winner that commented. A winter. Now I sound like Medea. That's how she says stuff. I'm going to choose a winter. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3 people that commented, and I'm just going to go right now to random.org. I'm doing it. Heidi says I sound terrible on our Facebook group, but I think I sound better now. Okay, so the winner was Heidi. I put in numbers 1 through 3 and hit enter, and number 3 came up. So Heidi wins the first giveaway, which is I'm going to give away this microfiber cloth and some sequins. So yay, Heidi. Heidi wins. Okay, so these microfiber cloths are amazing. Don't dry it. Don't put it in the dryer, but you can put it in the washer, but then just hang it to dry. And they clean up anything. And they're just fantastic. I love them. I bought a whole bunch of them, and I've packaged them up to give away. I gave some away already, but these are awesome cloths to have in your craft room. They clean up ink really easy. They clean stamps off really good. You know, the whole thing. I agree, Heidi. You can never have too many sequins. These are the Brights. I'm going to take them out and show them in case somebody doesn't know what they are. These are the Brights sequins. I got these microfiber cloths on Amazon. They're fairly inexpensive, and they come in a really big package. Excuse me. So that's what Heidi wins. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. And then I have another giveaway. And this one is going to be one of my silly ones where I tell you to guess something. So I have a brand new lighting and video setup. And I don't know if it looks better to you guys or not, but I have, Lord help me, I've been through the ringer trying to figure out how to do my lighting just perfect for video. I think it looks pretty good today, but I still have a lot of shadows. You see the shadow? Ugh, that bugs me. But I'm not sure what to do about it. There's just, you know, there's a limit to how crazy you can go over fussing with stuff. So I'm not at my regular desk, so that's why I'm telling you this so that you know I'm not at my regular desk where I usually have like all my stamping supplies. So I want you to guess how many adhesives I have sitting in the area where I'm doing my filming. How many adhesives? And that includes glue, snail adhesive, any adhesive whatsoever. Type in the number, and the person that's the closest without going over is the one that will get this gift. And this is the gold 1/8 inch taffeta ribbon and some more sequins. And I'm going to cough and take some water. Keep on guessing. Everybody can guess and play along, not just my team. Ooh, I know what. I'm going to add this gift. I'm going to put it in this box. And then whoever gets this gift will get this little box in the mail too. How fun is that? So I'm just opening it this way, and check it out. You can just slide your stuff in that way. Now I can finish this box off on film with you guys. That worked out fabulously. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to wrap this and stick this down here. Is everyone done guessing? Okay, the winner is Debbie. I have 5 adhesives on my desk right now, exactly. So Debbie, you won this one. Good job, you guessed exactly. So she gets the cute little box plus the goodies inside of it. All right, so I'm holding my stuff together there. Oh, I have to tie my bow. Ah, y'all are gonna make me tie my bow on camera. Look at that. Okay, first I'm gonna snap these together. And then I'll do my bow. I'm not fumbling it so far. As you can see, I give you plenty of extra baker's twine in your kit, way more than you actually need, but you always need extra of that kind of stuff, just in case you have a snafu. Trim that off, and then I'll add this little tag, and ta-da! There's your box, Debbie. I'll be sending this cute little goodie on its way. All right, so that is our make and take for this month. And if you're watching and you're interested in joining our team, we would love for you to join us. You can check out my blog at loveandstampin.com, and you could join under me, or you can join under one of my team members. Does not make a difference to me who you join under. If you wanted to join under somebody that's close to where you live, then you might want to check out some of my team members. And Debbie, who's on the call right now, lives in Louisiana, and I know she holds classes. And Carrie Joy lives in Arizona, and she holds classes. And Roberta lives in Ohio, and she holds classes. I can't remember off the top of my head where Brenda lives. Tell me, Brenda. But I don't think Brenda has classes yet. But she could. Maybe she'll start having them. Heidi lives in Oregon, and she has classes. Let's see. Katina and I live in Northern California, but neither one of us have classes. But we could. Let's see. Kathy, where do you live again? I can't remember. You'll have to type in and tell us. Maine. That's right. Brenda lives in Maine. I knew it was somewhere really far from me. It's like on the opposite side of the United States from me. So Brenda lives in Maine. Kathy lives in Nevada. So yeah, I mean, we've got you covered. That's the deal. Our team has you covered. We are all over the place. So if you need a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you need to attend classes, or you want to learn how to stamp, my team's got the hookup. We're all over the United States. We have people in Texas and Mississippi and Oklahoma and everywhere. We have you covered. So if I didn't list off your state or city or area, email me. And if I have a team member that lives near you, I will get you hooked up with that person. Okay. So I think that's kind of a wrap up. Now we usually open it up for questions, chit chat, and hanging out. So if you're on the call and you're visiting with us, then we would love to have you visit, or love to have you chat in, ask questions. And any team members that are on here, if you have any questions about anything that's going on with Stampin' Up! Or otherwise, with projects or anything like that, you can chat those questions in also, and we'll just have a little bit of hangout time here. I am still recovering from being sick, and I know I sound bad, but I sound 100 times better than I did last week. I don't know if any of you guys tuned into my live event last week, but it was bad. I mean, I barely made it through. So I'm finally, my voice is almost back to normal. And I still have a cough. I'm still nasally. But I think I have allergies on top of everything else. It's bad. What can you do with celebration stamps? So nothing right now. The deal is you cannot do anything with celebration stamps until after the new catalog comes out. You have to just sit on them. So if you're a demonstrator, and the reason Debbie's asking this question is because she's a demonstrator. And when you're a demonstrator and you're actively pursuing this as a business, a lot of times we don't ever use retired product in our workshops or our classes because we want to give you the customer the best opportunity of purchasing, seeing products we use and purchasing them. And if we use older products, then you can't purchase them if they're not available anymore, right? So what Debbie's asking is, we just came off of Celebrations, and Celebration is a 3-month promotion that Stampin' Up! Does every year. And basically you get a free item for every $50 you spend. So a lot of us demonstrators have a bunch of Celebration stamp sets, and we can't really use them because you can't get them anymore as a customer. So we can use them in our own personal stamping, but not to show you because you wouldn't be able to get them. So what I do with my Celebration stamp set is I just hold them and sit on them for a while, because we can't do anything with them until the new catalog comes out. And so after that point, I might add them to my website to sell them, or I might use them as blog candy for my blog, or I might give them away as gifts in other ways, because our customers and hobby demonstrators don't really care if stuff's retired. It's really only active business Stampin' Up! Demonstrators that care about that. So that's some of the things that I do with them, Debbie. I use them for gifts to customers, or I make these things called blessing boxes. And it's basically, I had all these paper pumpkin boxes, and I took them and I started filling them with old retired product. And then I mail them randomly to customers on my mailing list. And I do about 2 to 3 of these a month. And I just pick somebody. There's no rhyme or reason to who I pick. And I just mail them a set or 2. And that's just, I call them a blessing box, because I think anytime you get a box full of crafting goodies, it's a blessing, right? So I do those blessing boxes. And so I might use those Celebration stamp sets for stuff like that. Or if I have somebody who requests a catalog and they place their very first order with me and they tell me, I've never stamped before, I don't really have a lot of stuff, then I might send them like a freebie stamp set. So that's what I use them for. That's a good question, Debbie. If you're just giving it away, I think it's okay. You just can't sell them. Because, I mean, you can give your stuff to whoever you want to give it to. You can't give it as an incentive, I don't think. So, for example, you can't say, buy this, and then I'm going to give you this if you do that. But you can just give it away, like I'm talking about, like the blessing box. I just stick stuff in those boxes and I just give it away. Yes, you could do it as a door prize. Absolutely. You're welcome, Heidi. I did not know what to do with all those empty paper pumpkin boxes, and they were piling up and taking up a ton of space. And I'll be really honest with you, Katina, you know, she's one of my closest friends, and she only lives a couple blocks from me, and she got on my case about it because she saw them piling up. And I said, I just can't get rid of them. And there was a lot of them. And so I thought, this is what I'll do. And I started just putting junk. It's not junk. It's, you know, stamp sets or retired little ribbons or different things into the boxes and mailing them. Yeah, you can laugh all day long, Katina. I'm talking about you. Because she cracks down on me. I am a hoarder. It's a problem. Yeah, it's especially with boxes. She just said I have to keep her in check. She would save every box that came to her house. Honestly, it is a sickness. I'm not going to lie. I have a thing about boxes, totes, containers. I'm obsessed. In fact, Tina had 2 boxes. I'm totally going to out myself. She had 2 boxes that were super cute with handles on them. And she was just going to get rid of them. And I was like, can I have them? And she said to me, what are you going to do with them? And I said, I don't know, but I promise I'll use them. And she goes, I am going to let you have these. And if in 6 months you're not using them for something, I'm coming to your house and I'm getting rid of them. I'm getting rid of them. And so I saw them yesterday and I was like, I got to find a use for these. Otherwise, she's going to take them away from me. I actually thought that to myself. So I have them out now and I'm looking for a way to use them because I'm afraid you're going to confiscate them and I don't want them taken away because I love them. It is a sickness. Thank you, Tia. I can't help myself. So a little story on me. My mom said that I was like that from the time I was little bitty, like a couple years old. I would get boxes and different things, and I would put little stuff into boxes and collect things and keep things. Yes, Roberta, you can give them away as a door prize. And you are right, Kathy. We do need to save a few. However, I believe I go over the limit. It's bad. I could show you, but I'm embarrassed. So I'm not going to. Actually, it's not too bad right now because, like I said, I used up the paper pumpkin boxes and it's getting better. I'm doing better. But anyway, so my mom said when I was a kid that I would, and I don't remember this, but she said I constantly organized stuff. I constantly would put stuff in little boxes and totes and have it all placed right in its spot where it should go. And she said I did that my whole life growing up. So when I started doing Stampin' Up, my mom was over here one day and she goes, you know, you have ended up doing what you love. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she goes, look at all this little junk. And I started laughing. She goes, you just have little crap cornholed away all over the place and in little bags and in little boxes. And it really does something to me. Like, it makes me happy to put stuff in boxes. Oh my God, Heidi, that's horrible. Heidi says, let's have a guessing game next month's meeting of how many empty boxes you have in your possession. I would be horrified. I would have to, first of all, I have to count them all. That's going to take me a little bit. But I will do it. Shut up, Tina. You could say that. You could tell somebody to shut up when you've been friends with them for 22 years. And she knows I'm saying it in love. It would take too long for me to count them all. That's what she says. So I'm going to do that. I'm all over it. So do we just want the empty ones? Am I counting the empty ones or am I just counting boxes in general? How about tote bags? I should do both because the tote bag situation is pretty much as bad as the box situation. It's ugly. Just empties. Okay. I'm going to punch this woman through the computer. Tina, talking about you better start counting now so you can be done in time for the next meeting. Ha, Tia, I love it. All right, Carrie, I'm going to do it. I'm going to count the empties. It's bad. I have them everywhere. They're in my bedroom. I have them in my bedroom closet. I have them under my bed. Tina doesn't even know about this. I'm outing myself. I have them in my backup craft storage area. I have them in my storage shed that's not part of my house. It's embarrassing. Me too, Kathy. The ones under my bed though are broken down and flat. They're not like still in a box shape. They're like boxes for gifts. I feel like you should be allowed to keep those. Come on, people. When I made this, I just sat and looked at it. Like, I'll do that. I'll just sit and look at it and be like, this is so cute. What could I put in this? It's a sickness. Oh my gosh, Carrie, you're going to give Katina a brain failure. Tina, did you read what she just said? Should we all send you our collections too? Could you imagine? I'd have to buy another house. I have a small house, people. I have no garage. Thank you, Tia. See, you do need gift boxes. Tina keeps me in check. I could show you a little area if you guys want to go on a little tour. But you have to not get sick from my camera moving around. Do you guys want to see? Okay, so here's the little field trip, but I'm sorry, this is going to probably make you sick because I don't have to move this camera. So I'm going to try not to. Ugh. All right, here we go. First of all, hello. That's me saying hi. Okay, so this is my new recording space that you're seeing right here. I hope you can hear me still too. So that's where I'm sitting. But then over here, I have to, okay, so, so this is what I'm talking about. See these boxes? Okay, here's some. I made all of these little boxes. So cute. Then look, all these berry boxes, they're just sitting here empty. There's literally nothing in them. They're serving no purpose. Hey, look, that's from Wendy Perez. She made me that. This box right here, oh gosh, the thing just fell off. I made this for my husband last year and I forgot to use it for his birthday gift. So I'm going to try to use it this year. I think that's everything up there. Okay, so then on top of here, I have a few boxes. I'm trying really hard to like empty boxes, prize wheel. So that's on top. So this is the inside. This is the top shelf of the inside. Those are all empty boxes. Then I have giveaway stuff, more stuff. And then there's boxes down here that are empty. Up there, those are all empty boxes. And baskets. Over here is baskets. No, I don't have any empty boxes on that side. Okay, so now I'm going to the other side. Okay, those are empties. All those are empties. There's 4 right there. But see, like, how do you get rid of this? You can't get rid of a tote like this that's got handles and stuff. That's a nice tote from the Container Store. Come on now. Okay, then in here, there's a few empties right down there. But this is way cleaned out. I went through and cleaned all this stuff out because it was getting bad. But then these are my tote bags. That's a few of them. And then there's probably some over there on the other side. Then I have like little bins holding stuff that's probably unnecessary. Then this is in my closet. I think I used all the empty boxes that were in here. But see this thing right here? This brown chest. It's like kind of like a hope chest. It may or may not halfway be full of boxes. Then look, I bought this little basket last week because it was on clearance. And Tina was with me when I bought that. I'm just going to say. And then that tote bag underneath it. Sorry, I got to go this way. That tote bag underneath it is full of empty boxes. That's new. So that's just in my, what do you call this room? This isn't my craft room. This is like my little back office with storage area. That doesn't count the rest of the house. Yep, I probably had about that many too, Roberta. Roberta said she has 34 boxes. It is pretty organized, Carrie Joy. I mean, it's been a huge work in progress. Yeah, I gotta go too. I gotta go get my daughter. So, we pick up our kids at 2:00 here. So we both need to go pick them up. But I will let you guys go. And thank you so much for hanging out today. It was super fun. And we will chat with you soon. Have a great day.